Hello everyone, my name is Laquita and welcome to my channel. I'm a work from home certified medical coder with 3 certifications from the AAPC, ACPC, ACOC, and ACRC. I have been a medical coder for 5 years now, and I only code out of the ICD-10-CM code set. The Certified Risk Adjustment CRC credential is a certification specifically focused on risk adjustment in medical coding. Risk adjustment is a method in the healthcare industry to predict the cost and health outcomes of patients. The CRC credential is particularly valuable for professionals working with Medicare, Medicare Advantage plans, Medicaid. The CRC certification can be obtained through the American Academy of Professional Coders, aka the AAPC. The AAPC is a prominent organization in the field of medical coding, one of the largest professional organizations for medical coders in the United States. Another prominent organization that offers certifications relevant to the medical coding industry is AHIMA. To obtain the CRC credential, you will need some training. The AAPC have an exam prep course for the CRC certification. However, the AAPC isn't your only option for training. There are other reputable organizations that offer CRC preparation. Deciding on where to get your training for the CRC credential will require some research on your part, because at the end of the day, you are paying for a service. And you want to make sure that you get someone that will be worth your money to train you for the CRC exam. So do your research and look at their success rates. Read their reviews. When I obtained my CRC certification, I used study guides and CRC mock exams. I did not purchase a course because I was actively working as a risk adjustment coder for about 2 to 3 years already. Preparation. Studying and preparing for the CRC exam is essential. There are various study materials available, including study guides, like I mentioned just a few seconds ago, practice exams, and reference books that focus on risk adjustment coding principles. The CRC exam is administered by the American Academy of Professional Coders, aka the AAPC, like I mentioned earlier. You must be a member of the AAPC in order to schedule the CRC exam. The AAPC yearly membership fee information is linked in the description box below. The CRC exam consists of multiple choice questions covering topics such as risk adjustment models, ICD-10-CM coding guidelines, HCCs, hierarchical condition categories, and documentation requirements. The exam consists of 100 questions in which 70 must be answered correctly. You will have a total of 4 hours to complete the exam. The AAPC recommend on their website that you can save time by reading the answer choices before reading each question and by saving the more difficult ones for last. I agree with that strategy, especially if you read the answer choices and you notice a code in one of the answer choices that doesn't pertain to the case that you're going over. Process of elimination helps you to move through the exam quicker. Definitely a technique that I use. The AAPC also mentions on their website the end of the exam has 10 cases that test the ability to read and accurately code diagnoses on a medical record. Those cases may be wordy. It goes on to say you will be able to reference an approved medical code book during the exam, your choice of ICD-10-CM published in the current year. This is the only code book you are allowed to use. So yes, the CRC exam only requires for you to use the ICD-10-CM code book, because 9 times out of 10, if you work on the job as a risk adjustment coder, that will be the only code set that you will be using to do your job. You are able to take the CRC exam in person or remotely. And I was surprised to hear that you can take this exam remotely. That did not exist at the time when I took my exam, because I took the exam right before the, C word situation that happened. And that was not an option for us. But since that has happened, that is now an option, and you have the option to take the exam remotely. You guys are in luck with that option. To pass the exam, you must score at least 70%. to be awarded your CRC certification. All right, congratulations, you passed the exam. Let's talk about maintaining your fancy CRC. Once certified, individuals must maintain their CRC credential by earning a certain amount of continuing education units, aka CEUs, every 2 years. This ensures that certified individuals stay up to date with changes and advancements in this constant changing world of healthcare. The CRC credential demonstrates a coder's expertise in accurately coding chronic and complex conditions. You have now decided that you want to be a risk adjustment coder, so you decided to go after your CRC certification. Right now, we are going to take a glimpse into the future and look at the type of jobs that you should apply for. Look for job titles that are titled as a risk adjustment coder. What you will be surprised to learn is a lot of the CRC positions, some of them do not require for you to have a CRC. Some of them will accept you as a CPC, and in the verbiage somewhere in the job description, it will state that you should get a CRC maybe within like 6 months of hire. On this position right here, it's saying that you must have a CPC, a CRC, and a CCS. To get a CCS, you have to have 2 years of experience right off the bat just to even get that, and that certification is through AHIMA. CPC and CRC, both of these are AAPC certifications. If I was a CPC and I did not have a CRC certification, I would still apply for this position. And sometimes when you're searching for the jobs, they're not going to always state like risk adjustment coder or HCC coder. It may just be medical coder or coding specialist. What you should do is look through the job description and just see what code says that you will be using. And right here, it mentions that you will be using ICD-10 codes and hierarchical condition categories. You do not see any mention of CPT, nor do you see anything mentioned about HCPCS. This is a job that you will want to go for. Let's go to the next one. This is for Humana, Risk Adjustment Coding Professional 1. It says CPC. Right here it states that you will be dealing with this code set only. It does not mention CPT nor HCPCS. Right here it states that a CPC certification is required. It does not mention that a CRC is required. That's why I always state that the CPC, that's the best way to go, because most of the time they will accept you with your CPC if you do not have a CRC. Look how this one is titled. This one is titled Clinical Risk Adjustment Coder, so you should search with this type of verbiage as well. This is the certifications that they want you to have. You do not have to have a CRC. You can start off with a CPC. You can have a CCS, RHIT, RHIA. You can apply for this position. Another term that you should use is HCC coder. That is also a way that you should search for the positions. And right here it says that you just need 1 year of coding experience, and it mentions the certifications that you should have. This job posting right here is a great example of what I mentioned earlier, that they will not always be titled risk adjustment or HCC coder. This one says remote certified coder, and we're going to look through here for the code sets. It states that you will be using ICD-9, I'm sure ICD-10 as well. And as you can see throughout this job posting, you don't see any mention of CPT nor HCPCS. This is a position that you would want to apply for. It does not say that you need a CRC to apply for this position. They would like for you to be an RN or an LPN or certified coder certification through AHIMA or the AAPC is required. This one right here is titled HCC Coding Specialist. Now this one is different. It says HCC Coding Specialist, but look at the verbiage here. It says ICD-9 and CPT. Now it states that you want to have knowledge of. When you go over here, it says that you will abstract clinical information from a variety of medical records and assign appropriate ICD-9 and or CPT codes. I did look up some entry-level coding positions, and I love this one right here. It says entry-level remote HCC coder. These are the credentials that they want you to have. Basically, you can have a CPCA and apply for this position. I love that. It says that it's entry level, so you do not need experience to apply for this position. It states that you will be dealing with ICD-10, but it also states that you will be dealing with CPT as well right here. But if you are a new coder in the industry, I would apply for this one. Maybe you don't want to do CPT, but I would do it because it says entry level remote HCC coder, and they will be providing training. This is something that you will want to go after. And here's another position. It says entry-level coder and biller. It doesn't even mention that you need a certification. I'm not sure why. But hey, you may get lucky. This could be one where you don't even need a certification. I hope that you found something useful in this video to help you prepare for the CRC exam. I hope that you all enjoyed this video, and I will see you all in the next one. Just follow the light.